You were supposed to do page 2 for your homework, right? How many of you did page 2 for your practice work yesterday? Did you? No. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do a couple more example problems, and then you're going to do the rest of this worksheet, and you will have today and tomorrow to do it. Grandes? There is nothing new on the rest of this worksheet. Shh, quiet. So let's do a couple on page 3, a couple on page 4, and I'm going to leave you off on your own. Okay, distributive power. 22 through 24 is just review. Not power, property. Okay, so distributive property, I'm going to take what's out in front of the parentheses, distribute it. -3 times 4x gives me -12x. -3 times -8 gives me a positive 24. '22 through 24, some basic distributive property problems. Yeah, hang on, I'm using it. Let me finish. I'm just going to do a few problems and then I'll let you use it, copy it up. Okay. All right, the GCF, greatest common factor, that's what we did yesterday, right? Okay, the first thing I told you guys, deal with the numbers first. So, and if you don't know your factors, you have to use what's called the factoring tree. Just do the best you can and start breaking it down. Give me two numbers that multiply to get 15. 5 and 3. So 5 times 3. I cannot break down 5 or 3 any further. Okay, so I'm done there. How about 30? Give me two numbers that multiply to 30. 10 and 3 is fine. What did you say? 5 and 6? We can do 5 and 6. Can we break any of those down? Yep, we can break the 6 down to 3 times 2. Don't forget to carry the 5. And that's about it, right? Okay, what about 90? 90. 30 and 3? 30 times 3. And then 30 we just did over here, right? So we can just break that down to 5 times 3 times 2. 5 times 3 times 2. Don't forget to bring this 3 down. Okay, now what can we take out of all of the prime factors at the same time? A 5 and a 3, right? 5 and a 3, which is 15. 5 times 3 is 15. Our greatest common factor here for the numbers is going to be 15. Now let's look at the variables. How many m's do I have in this one? 1 m. How many m's do I have here? 3 m's. How many m's do I have here? 3 m's. How many can I take out at the same time? 1 m. Okay, at the same time. Okay, so I have 1 m. Now the n's, you have to be careful. This one has 2 n's. This one has 2 n's. How many n's does this one have? 0. So we can't take any out of all 3 at the same time. So we're done. This is our greatest common factor. Okay. Okay, let's do another one. How about, let's do a harder, well, that was actually pretty hard. Let's do, you know what? Let's do 13. Okay, I picked this one because give me two numbers that multiply to 51. 5 and a half times what? I want a whole number. Okay, 51 is a prime number. Okay, only 1 times 51 can give me 51. So it's already simplified. What about 68? 4 times, let's see, 4 goes in there, 1, I get 20, 4 times 7. Okay, I can break down the 4 a little further. 2 times 2, and then bring down the 7. These have anything in common? 51, 2, 2, and 7? No, I can't take out a number for the greatest common factor. There's no numbers. It is. Oh, 28. No, that's not. It's 17, right? Sorry, 17. Greatest common factor, there's no numbers in common. So there's no numbers in my greatest common factor. How about the x's? How many x's do I have here? 1x. How many x's do I have here? 2 x's. So how many can I take out? 1x. How about the y's? I have 1y here, 1y here. How many can I take out? 1y. I have a z squared here and a z squared here. I have 2 z's in both. So I can take out 2 z's. There's my greatest common factor. Let's do a FOIL problem. We don't have FOIL problems on this one. Let's do a solution problem on this one. Solve, that means I have to isolate the variable. Okay, let's do number 20. I have to undo a -5. So I'm going to add 5 to both sides. I get 2x equals 28. Divide by the coefficient 2. So x equals 14. Let's do a derivative one. How about 27? 4 times x, 4x. 4 times 6, 24. Undo a plus 24, subtract 24 from both sides. For x equals -6. Divide by 4. Divide by 4. So x may equal -6/4. We can reduce that. The 2 goes in the 6 3 times. 2 goes in the 4. Hey, what language? Any questions, comments, concerns? Are we good? 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 It's hard because this is like basic of starting a factoring.